IYAC is representing Indigenous youth across Turtle Island because Indigenous communities are so different. I think, the group that we have together is really a good representation across Turtle Island, and that's kind of who we are. We're able to all come together and sit down, and even though we do come from different places across Turtle Island, we do have a lot of even ground that we stand on together, and I think that's what makes us really strong. You see people in positions of power, executives and stuff like that, and they hear youth and it's like, okay, here's the kids, but we're not kids. We're young adults. A lot of us hold positions of power within our own organizations. A lot of us are able to make big decisions within our organizations, and so we're very much young adults. We bring a lot to the table.
Those were the questions that come up so much in meetings, is how can we do this, how can we do that? And a lot of the time we've already given, the truth and reconciliation, right? The calls to action. If you read Indigenous youth art, you can see what they're asking for a lot of the time. So it's really just taking a step back from your oil position, from your energy sector position, and just step out, be the human that you are, and just listen to them with your heart open and no biases. I hope we can not just set an example, but show to our communities that the hard conversations need to happen, and that it's okay to step into spaces that, we're like adversaries almost, and that it needs to happen, and that, throwing fists isn't always the first way to go, and on the other side too, on Suncor's side too. So, and just sitting down, going back to the traditional decision making, and just, taking all the time that's needed to work through, if it's a crisis, if it's, land disputes, if it's just to really sit down and be human with each other and listen to each other.
Don't refrain from speaking that truth, because that's what's going to make that transition to make it